Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the press conference of Alex Minaur. First of all, welcome back, Alex. This is your 10th appearance at Australian Open, singles draw, and how is this one different than the previous ones?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy that it's already been 10 years competing in the main draw, so super excited about that. It's been an incredible journey, and I'm definitely hoping that there's, another 10 more.
Great. We're open to the floor.
Alex, I know you don't like looking too far ahead in the draw, but it's probably hard to look past the first round matchup. What was your reaction when you saw that Matteo was waiting for you in the opening round here?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, every single player in the draw is extremely tough, and I knew going in that there was going to be many kind of unseeded players, which were going to be really tough matchups, and it's going to be a battle, but I'm looking forward to it. And it basically just means that I'm going to have to be firing from the word go. We've had some good matches in the past, so yeah, hopefully I'll be ready for it.
Next one. Yeah.
Hey, Alex. 10 years you've been here. Do they get easier? Do they get harder? Especially as your ranking goes up, I imagine expectations go up. How does the experience of it change?
Yeah, I mean, you do start to become a lot more familiar. It feels like home. The first couple of years, you're a little bit lost, not really knowing the kind of areas you like within the sites and where you kind of feel comfortable. But it just feels great to be back. It feels like home. I've been here now 10 years. I've had the same locker since the first day I've been here. So all these types of things just make it a whole lot easier. And yeah, as for the tournament competitive wise, I'm really good. I'm hitting the ball great. I'm physically feeling really good, so I'm excited to get started. It's by no means going to be easy, and I'm ready for the competition.
Simon.
Alex, hi. You said you had the same locker for 10 years. Are you superstitious? Have you got many superstitions that you have to do at a slam, or especially this one?
I go through ifs and flows throughout my career. I've tried to stay clear from superstitions because I think it can consume you, right? So over the years, I've tried to kind of get rid of them. There was a restaurant we used to frequent every time we were around here, and that's just recently closed down. So now we got to look for a new spot. So that's why there's a lot of these things that you kind of have to be flexible. But overall, it's whether it's following routines or superstitions, it's anything that's going to get you in the right mindset.
Alex, you spoke the other day about how you don't associate your home Grand Slam with pressure, but it must be different with the commitments, the extra attention, more media during the week, sponsor engagements, all those sorts of things. So how does it differ to preparing for other Grand Slams?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more off-court activities, off-court noise, stuff that you've got to deal with and handle that you probably don't have at any of the other slams, but at the same time it comes with a lot of perks, right? Every time I walk out there, I'm playing in front of my home crowd, and that's what makes it special and what it's all about. But yeah, it is something that I've got to manage my energy levels of giving kind of my time out to everyone else, but also reminding myself that I need to be selfish at times and think about myself and what's going to help me come out and perform, because ultimately I'm here as a competitor to hopefully go deep at the Australian Open, and that's my priority.
Alex, you've been pretty open in terms of trying to work out ways to try and improve your game and trying to bridge that gap at the top. I heard Jim Courier mention something about at Laver Cup when you were alongside Agassi and Pat Rafter, you had a closed session where you were working on your slice and, you know, trying to work out when to use it and how you can use it effectively. I guess, you know, talk us through what did that sort of, you know, experience mean to you? What did you sort of learn out of it and how you, I guess, plan to use that at events like this?
Yeah, look, more than anything, I've had these shots. They've been part of my arsenal now for a while, and it's just about learning or really choosing the right moments to use it, right? And I've had the variety. I've always been happy to come to the net and feel quite confident up there. I've had, you know, different aspects of my game, but depending on, you know, matchups or who I've been playing, I haven't always executed it in the right moments. So it's just about finding ways to bring out that creative side in me, which is normally when I play some of my best tennis. So if I can keep adding those elements to my game, it's only going to make me a better version of myself, and it's going to give me better chances and opportunities to achieve my goals.
You've spent time with the Weet-Bix kids this week. What would you like your legacy to be?
Oh, yeah, that was a pretty cool moment. I mean, ultimately, I'm in a position now that I have to, you know, remind myself that I was that little kid, right? I was that little kid growing up, looking up to certain people, players, athletes, and ultimately I've got to set a standard and hopefully do my best to inspire the next generation the same way I was inspired as a little kid. So there is a constant focus for me into what that next generation looks like, whether it's through Weet-Bix kids, whether it's through Hot Shots, through my foundation. I think ultimately the kids are the future, so if I can have a positive impact in their lives, then I'll be very happy with that.
Speaking of that, we do have the Hot Shot kids in the press conference room. Why don't we take the last question from them?
What is your favourite shot? Forehand, backhand or volley?
That is a good question. It depends on the day. You know, sometimes I'm feeling great with my forehand. Sometimes I'm feeling great with my backhand. You know what? I'm going to go with my backhand. That's my favourite shot.
One more.
What favourite tennis player did you like when you were a kid?
When I was a kid, one of the players that I grew up watching was Leighton Hewitt. He was one of the guys that I looked up to. He was kind of my idol, and I think many Australian kids growing up looked up to him.
Great. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Great question, guys. Bye.